Our phone system was 12 plus years old. You know, we had recycled handsets from here or there. So we needed an upgrade. We knew that there was a lot of neat things out there that you could do with the phone system that ours didn't provide. And so we sought after the experts.
Bill Penney was running into some customer dissatisfaction with their old setup.
What we were hearing from the customers was that the service we were providing was good, but the timeliness with which either we called them back or that we took their phone call or gave them a status on their service was needing improvement.
The main problem that they were running into is they were losing a lot of customers on calls coming in.
We knew we wanted the capability to still be able to answer the phone, but in the event that either the receptionist had to take a break or the receptionist was late, that an automated attendant would still be able to pick up, and we didn't have that feature in our old system. And needless to say, receptionists didn't last very long around here because it was overwhelming. And that was always a problem, was who is it, what's extension, where are they sitting, so on and so forth. And we knew that we had to find the right expert, and we found the right expert in NSS. They kind of did an evaluation of the whole store, saw the magnitude of how we're spread out, buildings everywhere, lots of different types of conversations that go on with sales and with service, and then how do we route those calls, and so they gave us the best option for us. Another key thing about car dealers is we don't like to spend a lot of money. Most businesses don't, and but we knew that it was going to be an expensive project.
The Switchvox was already pre-configured on our site before we brought it out, and it was all tested and everything. So once we got the switches and everything hooked up, we went and put phones at each location, plugged them in, powered them on, and then just switched the PRI over to the Switchvox and up and running, did some general testing, and went pretty smooth, took a couple hours.
Oh, we handle a tremendous amount of calls. From inbound to outbound calls, we're averaging about 500 to 600 calls per day.
If a customer calls in and they really don't know who they want to talk to, she can forward that call to that group, and then all their phones would ring. So the next available person that's not with the customer, whatever, they can pick up the phone and help that customer.
Switchvox is awesome in that aspect because it's real time, and that's the best part that I love about it. I'm able to go in right now and tell you how many abandoned calls we're sitting at, and be able to utilize that information to call those customers back and find out, you know, what it is that we can help them with as far as scheduling their service. So I definitely use Switchvox on a day-to-day basis in that aspect.
You'll find that the salespeople that are successful at this store do use the call forwarding feature. They want to be able to, if they're moving cars or if they're walking back to service to check on something for a customer, they want to be able to have the flexibility that they know their customers are calling. That's why we have probably 5 salespeople that average over 16 cars a month. And you'll find that they're the ones that are using the phone system, they're using their email, they're using the tools that the dealership provides, and they're maximizing that usage. But I think it's just they like to be in control of that phone call. Because like I said in the very beginning, if the phone is not ringing, you're not selling cars. So, and if it is ringing, you got to be there to answer it.
The supervisors were also able to monitor, presence. They could see when their agents were at their desk, how long they were out of the queue, how long they were in the queue, how many calls they had answered, hold times, different metrics that, really increase their productivity in the call center.
So when we onboard an employee, they get an extension, and right then and there, we go into the system. And like I said, within 30 seconds, it's programmed to their name, and we know who's calling, which I think is it makes that new person feel very welcome, that they already have an extension, their name is showing up. It's the little things.
We definitely use it on a day-to-day basis if we have to transfer to another department. It was easy to teach the girls how to transfer using the Switchvox and using the phone system. So it definitely makes it a whole lot easier when it comes to transferring to other departments.
I think in an overall picture, we know the phone's not a limiter. So you'd sit in planning meetings and you'd say, well, the phone can't do that. Or we're gonna have to buy a new card for the phone system to be able to do this. Now, we don't think about the phone system as being the limiter. We think about it as being the enabler.